Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today's video, we are going to be doing a full face of SheGlam makeup. So if you're not familiar with SheGlam, it is basically Shein, the website, the online clothing brand. It's their makeup brand. And just like Shein, this makeup is all very cheap. I don't think anything was over $10, but honestly, I don't even know if anything was over $8. So cheap, but there are some incredible products, including a dupe for the Tarte Juicy Lips, which I've never found until now. So if you guys are interested to see what products I love, then keep on watching. I have used these products before, so this is not a first impression. Let's get started. Okay, so the first product I'm using is the SheGlam Birthday Skin Primer. This is beautiful. This is very similar to the kind of like the e.l.f. putty primer, but it is more similar to, what is that primer? Tatcha Silk Canvas, I think it is. It's very smoothing and beautiful on the skin. I absolutely love this primer. And I will put the names here, like on the bottom, as well as the prices, because there's no way I'm going to remember them all, but I do know that everything was pretty much under 10 bucks, so. And I will also link the products down below for you guys. Okay. All right, so we've done that. Now we're going to do foundation. Now they have actually they have four foundation products. They have their hydrating liquid foundation. They have their long wear soft matte foundation. They have their new powder foundation, and they have their foundation balm. This is okay. I don't find that it's very long wearing. This is the hydrating one. The packaging is very luxe considering it is an affordable brand. I do like it. It looks very pretty on the skin. I didn't love the way my makeup looked after like 8 to 10 hours. But I did like it. So I'm going to play around with it and see if I can use different products that might work better with it. I also used the Shein powder, which I didn't love, but we'll get to that. Okay, this one, this long wear matte foundation, I love this. This is incredible. It looks beautiful on the skin. It wears a long time. It's absolutely incredible. And then the powder, whoops, the powder foundation I have not used on its own. I use this kind of as an overall perfecting powder once my complexion is finished. And then the foundation balm. Now this I love. Now I have oilier skin, so I don't know how I love this so much, but it is beautiful. It has medium coverage. It sits beautifully on the skin. It works great with other makeup. I would say if you want something hydrating, skip this foundation and do the balm instead, because this is just incredible. So today, though, we are going to be using the matte long wear foundation. And like I mentioned, I have used this before, and I am going to also be using Shein brushes, all Shein brushes today. This is a duo. It comes with a foundation and concealer brush. This one is nice and clean. Look at that coverage. Whew, that looks so good. This foundation is just so pretty. I cannot get over how good this foundation is. It's not super liquidy and thin, but it doesn't look cakey on the face. I'm trying to think of like what it reminds me of. It's thick, but it's not cakey, if that makes sense. This is just a really, really good foundation. I like that they have a variety of like types of foundation, so you know you're really bound to work for everybody. I also find that their shade range is actually pretty impressive, especially for a really affordable brand, but really just in general. They have a lot of shades, and they have a lot of really good like deep warm shades, which unfortunately is kind of hard to find. I got a spray tan yesterday. I usually do self-tanning mousse, and I really like it, but I wanted to do a spray tan because I don't like how the self-tanner kind of settles into my pores, and so I wanted to see if like a spray tan was a little bit more flawless, and it is. Beautiful. Oh, love it. Okay, now we are going to do concealer. Now, I've used this concealer before, as with pretty much all these products, and I don't love it. It's not bad by any means, but I would just never repurchase this because I have other ones that I like more. But it is full coverage. This, oh, sorry. My foundation is a really good match, actually. This is in the shade Golden, and then the concealer is in the shade Madeline, which is one of the lighter shades, I think. Okay, and then I'm going to use the other brush in that duo for my concealer. These brushes, like this part right here feels kind of cheap, but the brush itself is actually really good, and I really, really like them. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. And then I'm gonna go in with Cream Blush and Cream Bronzer. So I have used these. These are actually the first products I ever tried from SheGlam. These are the Sunsculpt Liquid Bronzer. And then these are the, what are these? These are Color Bloom Day Glow Liquid Blush. So this is a new color. This one is also their shimmery. Look at my hands, they look terrible. This is their shimmery formula. They also have a matte one, which I have like 3 or 4 shades, but this one is a new one in Love Cake, and it's like a true pink. So I really wanted that one. And then the bronzer I'm using is in the shade Warm Honey, and they're both just, they're beautiful shades. That's not really working. There we go. Look, love it. Just such a true, like, soft baby neutral pink. You guys hear that? My dryer, or not my dryer, my washing machine. Okay, I'm gonna shake this up, and I'm gonna do the bronzer. This is a really good like olive tone shade. It's not cool toned, it's not super orangey. This brush is also from Shein. All the brushes I'm using today are from Shein. I think the only exception is when I do a powder puff. It is like super early and I can hear my kids waking up. I was hoping to like get this video done before they woke up, but of course they woke up early this morning. I'm gonna probably have to take a break. Either that or they will come upstairs. Usually they go and lay on the couch for a few minutes before they come and find me, if I'm not in bed when they wake up. Okay, I'm gonna also do a little here, little here, little here, here, and then I'm gonna do contour. This is a very wonderful product for contouring the lip. It's just so easy to blend in. Look at that, like it's like 2 swipes and it's blended. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with the foundation brush and I'm going to finish blending in that concealer now. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I would say it's a hydrating concealer. It's not matte by any means, and it is creasing pretty good. And we're gonna set it with powder. Now, I do have a powder. This is their Day Glow, or this Baked Glow setting powder in light pink. I don't like this for setting the under eye, so I am going to use, I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier one real quick, and I'm just gonna put a little bit under the eyes, and then I'll use that light pink powder on top of it. I just don't think it's a good like setting powder. I'm going to take this powder foundation and I'm gonna take this little brush here and I'm going to put some of that right here to give myself a little extra coverage and brightening under the eyes. I am going to try this on its own. I don't typically like powder foundations, but I'm going to try it. I will not do it probably here on YouTube. I'll do it on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me there, I'm there. I post content on there daily, and like we get ready every morning on stories. Obviously not today because I'm getting ready here, but I mean, I like how it looks on my skin. Okay, we're looking a little light. All right, now for powder products. So we're gonna go in with bronzer first. So this is the SheGlam Sunside Bronzer in the shade Midsummer. Looks like that. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna take another dual-ended brush. Now this bronzer is okay. I'm not crazy about it. The thing I like about it is the color. I think the color is really pretty. All right, let's see. I just feel like it looks a little patchy on the skin. Can you guys see that? I feel like it looks a little patchy. I do really like the color. Well, I mean, we're going to use it today because we're doing a full face of SheGlam, but I do like the bronzer. I feel like it looks really good on that side, actually. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's just see. It's a very good, like, olive bronzer. It's not super orange, but it's not, like, real cool toned. It's just, like, a really good neutral bronzer, which I love because it's really hard for me to find a bronzer that isn't, like, super orange or, like, super gray on my skin because I have really olive undertones. That looks good. I actually think it looks really good. I think I used a different brush last time for my bronzer, so that could be why. I do like this dual-ended one. This one's really nice. Okay, blush. This, the blush I'm using today is the SheGlam Love Dive Tender Heart Powder Blush in the color Your Peachy. I don't think this is a very peachy shade. This looks to me like a pretty bright pink. It does have a bit of a coral tint to it, but okay. It's pigmented, but I wouldn't say it's like hard to work with. It blends out super easy. It's not patchy. I love, 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 love this blush. They have some other blushes too that are like different formulas or different like launches, and they have even, I think they have a blush palette, but I just really wanted to try this blush. Okay, highlighter. So I have a couple different things for highlighter. I have the SheGlam, obviously it's SheGlam Moonside highlighter in the color Moon Rose, which is like a pinky, oh, it's coming up very champagne, but in person it has a lot more. See if you can see more of the pink next to my, yeah, it's a little bit more pink. And then I also have the Liquid Glow Bloom highlighter in the color Bellini Brunch, which is just a super pretty, like, pinky shade. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Okay, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, you know what? I am going to put some of this on the back of my hand. You know what? I'm going to take my sponge and see how it goes over. Oh, that looks pretty. I need more blush. I always do this. I always do my makeup and then I'm like, oh, I need more blush. And then I apply too much blush. See, I just think that makes the face look so much like brighter and lifted. That highlighter's super pretty. Okay. All right, now for the eyes. So I bought 2 eyeshadow palettes from them. I bought the Smart Cookie palette, which is an all matte neutral. Tint's kind of warm. And then I also bought the For Bake's Sake palette, and this is like a really pretty, like, cool tone palette. I am obsessed with this. I also bought a little eyeshadow brush set, and it comes in this cute little, like, faux leather envelope. Now, I do like the brushes. I really like them. The only issue I have with them is they're really tiny, so I feel like it kind of takes me a while to do my eyeshadow. But this is what we're going to use today. I'm going to start off with the color, Baby Cakes. Oh, they're right here. I was looking on the back. Okay. Baby Cakes, which is just a super light pink. Let's do Surprise Party, which is this pink shade right here. I'm feeling like kind of like a purpley pink look. Really good. Okay, now I'm going to take this Glam Bake shade here, which is like kind of like a purpley taupe. These eyeshadows are, I would say, like moderately pigmented. They're not crazy pigmented, but I mean, like one dip gives you a decent amount of color payoff, but they're very buttery and soft and they blend out super well. I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow palette. I did my eyes yesterday with this palette and I loved it, and they lasted, like, I'm trying to think. I had to leave my house at 8 and I got back at probably 4:30 and my eyeshadow still looked amazing. So, all right, now I'm going to go in with the shade Perfect Plum. I'm going to use the other end of it, which is a little bit smaller and more dense, so I can be a little bit more precise. And then I'm going to go in with this brown, and I'm just going to add a little bit more dimension on that outer corner. Which one should I use today? I want to use this one, but I have a photo shoot to do later, and I know I'll be in like grays and pinks, so I better stick to something that's a little bit warmer. I want some more is this color here. These shimmers are really pretty. I'm just going to take this and blend it in. Okay, now I'm going to go in with that other palette here, and I'm going to go in with this really dark brown, and I'm going to do my eyeliner real quick. I'm going to fast forward through this because it's boring. I put a little bit of that dark brown underneath. Now I'm going to go in with this Coco Loco shade, and I'm just going to smudge out that eyeliner on my lower lash line. I do have a liquid liner. This is the Eternal Beauty liquid liner. So I guess we will do this. My mirror's kind of far away. Hold on. Oh, it's black. Oh, man. I thought I meant to get brown. I don't really like black eyeliner normally. Good person to like judge an eyeliner because I don't really use liquid liners very often. I just felt like that one was very, very stiff. Okay, now we're gonna do brows. So I have 2 different brow products. I have a brow palette. I love this. I feel like this packaging looks so nice. And it comes with kind of like a pomade. I don't really know what that's for. But it comes with 2 different brown shades, and they do have different shades. I also like that the little brushes are in there. But I am not going to use those brushes. I'm going to use the brow brush that I also used for eyeliner. And I'm going to brush these babies out. And then I'm going to fill in the tail. I'm going to fill in the tail with this darker color, and then I'm going to do the inner corner with this little taupier shade. So I'm going to speed through this because there's not much. I'm going to fill my brows in the same way I normally do. So the brows are filled in. Now I'm going to go in with the SheGlam eyebrow cream. I do really like this, but it's a little wet and heavy on the brush. So you have to like use a really light hand, especially in the center of your brows. But it's a really nice tinted gel. It doesn't have any fibers in it. It's just a tinted gel. I have the shade medium brown, and it's a really good like taupey brown. So if you have like darker roots, but you're not nearly as dark as I am, then you'll probably really like this shade. I actually like this shade too, though. Sometimes if I go in with a brow gel that's the same color as my hair, it just looks like too much. Like even my brows right now look a little heavy. They also don't match. Oh well. Okay. So for the 3rd time, I'm going to do a little bit more blush. All right, now I'm going to go in with the powder highlighter, and I'm going to use this side that I used for powder. And I'm going to tap it right on top of that liquid. Yep, that is pretty. I'm going to do some more on my nose. My Cupid's bow here. Pretty. And then I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eye here. I'm going to use one of those double-ended brushes. It's pretty. I like how like almost like pinky lilac-y this look is. This is a really, really pretty formula. We love it. Okay, couple of things. So I bought 2 different lip products from SheGlam. Let me tell you, these are incredible. I've had their liquid lips before, but I bought a new shade. This is in Momojo, and this is like a really bright berry pink. So I'm just going to swatch it on the back of my hand so you guys can see it. It's a really nice, thin, pigmented shade, and I love how cool toned it is. But this is what I really want to show you. So this, I about died when I saw this on the website. I am always looking for a Tarte Juicy Lip Dupe because I feel like nobody makes them. There are some formulas from the drugstore that are fairly similar, but nothing that is similar in formula and has the same packaging, which I love the packaging. So these are 100% a dupe. I've tried them side by side. They are incredible. They don't have a ton of different shades. I think they have like 6 or so. I bought 2 shades. I bought Pink Flamingo and Making Me Blush. Now, Making Me Blush is a really pretty like lilac, but it goes on, we pump it up here, really super glossy. And there's not a ton of pigment to it, but I love it for every day. Absolutely love it. Now this one is a little bit brighter and does have a little bit more pigment to it, but still very sheer and glossy, just like the Juicy Lips are. So this is the Pink Flamingo, this is the Making Me Blush, and then this is the liquid lipstick. Like, look at that. Ugh. And you know how much these are? They're $5. The last thing is mascara. I did not buy a mascara from them. I know that they just came out with one that's supposed to be really good, but I haven't tried it. I'm pretty picky when it comes to mascaras, so I don't always try new ones. I am finishing up. I'll tell you what I'm wearing. I'm trying out actually 2 products right now. This is the Lancome Super Enhancing Mascara Base, which is basically just a primer, and then the Sephora brand Big by Definition. This mascara is really good. I don't know if this is life-changing, but this is really good, so I'm finishing this up before I buy the full size. I'm impressed with this. It reminds me of the MAC Giga Black a little bit, extended play, with this really long kind of skinny wand. It's not as good as the MAC one, but I would say this is definitely a good affordable option. So I'm going to do my mascara, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I am finished with my makeup. Overall, I really like it. Let's talk about some of the products. So this eyeshadow palette is incredible. If you want a cool toned palette, but still keep it neutral, this is beautiful. The brushes are just okay. I do like this duo a lot for foundation and concealer. I did enjoy these quite a bit. The matte longwear foundation is by far my favorite product from them, but I also really love the primer. This was incredible. Their liquid bronzers, blushes, and highlighters are all really incredible also. Last but not least, these lip products. These are incredible SheGlam lip plumpers and a perfect dupe for the Tarte Juicy Lips. Here come my children. You pooped? Yeah. Oh, say hello. Oh, you're looking a wreck. Oh, get the hair out of your eyeball. Say hi. As always, all the products will be linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up and follow me over on Instagram so that we can connect daily. Say bye. Bye. Good job.